match just in case that goes out of fuel.
I got this guy. Extra. You could use that. I was gonna show this off anyways in a second, especially now that we are live. Turn this on so I can see the comments a little easier. It usually helps out. And how's everybody doing today, guys? Happy last or final third of the week. Good to see you all on this great Friday. One Friday more until Super Bowl. So that'll be some good stuff right there. I'm excited about that. Hi, speaker. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
That sounds super loud. Okay, that's fine. As long as it's okay on that end.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alrighty, good to hear. All right, people, how is everybody doing out there? Miguel Rodriguez here for the Bakersfield Gentleman. Again, on this fine Friday, I hope you are going to have a good weekend out there. Whatever you plan on doing, whatever you plan on getting yourself involved in. I hope it involves a cigar at some point, perhaps a drink or two, because usually one accompanies another. And I hope you, I hope you tell me about it too, because I see that we're already getting some really cool, what's the word I'm looking for, um, entries into the best ash contest. And I did see one comment on there, but I didn't have a chance to reply. What constitutes the best ash?
Oh, I replied to him.
Oh, you got a hold of that? Okay,
Yeah.
so for those who might be listening, the best ash basically means the coolest picture, and that is determined through votes. That happens on the the last second third of the month, right before the giveaway show when we go head to head with the two most voted best ash pictures. But in order to get to that point, you have to be chosen by myself and Frankie out of however many pictures. Everybody whose entry everyone gets one. Let's say, put it that way. You can post as many as you like, but we're going to choose which one we like best out of all of yours, and that one's going to move forward. So the more cool pictures you have, the better chance you have of winning, obviously, because we'll look at them more. But everybody will still get a chance to win no matter what. So if you have a picture you think's okay that month, enter it anyway. You never know what's going to happen. If you have one that's amazing, but you have another one like, oh, this one's pretty good too, put them both on there and see which one wins. Nothing wrong with that either, guys. So just keep that in mind. The last Friday of every month is that giveaway. And that means that Wednesday is the last day to get your pictures in. Because after that, you're already out technically because you can't vote anymore. We can't vote for you. So there's two votes. There's the one on Wednesday, the one on Friday, and Friday determines who gets some free sticks. And I hope you will all participate because the more people who do, the cooler the prizes we can do, the more often we can do stuff like that. I would be very happy to see 100 pictures in there every time. I want to see all you guys be a part of that with us. We do have a guest today, maybe running just a little bit late, but guys, I want you to see this right here. We are smoking the California Dreamin' Volume 2, available right now at a deal for a 10 count. So if you guys want to get a hold of those, the link is the first link in the description. Hey Eduardo, how you doing? Eduardo, let me know. Did you get a notification or was that again not happening? Let me know if that popped up or not. I would love to hear about it. Let me give this. I'm gonna give it two little chips, just because sometimes a perfect cut is technically perfect, but it doesn't always give me enough surface space. I'd rather have just a little bit more than not enough. But not, I guess not too much because that's still pretty small. I think that's pretty decent right there. I'm gonna go ahead and light up as well. Nope, not that way. There we are. But I did get one from you. See, YouTube's doing its job. Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's giving out their notifications.
What's up?
They're giving out notifications.
Apparently not. Apparently it's not going. But at least for Facebook. Thank you, yeah, to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Toast that.
I can hear the jets going on the headphones.
Awesome. Awesome. I gotta get a little closer to your mic though, bro. I can barely hear you.
Really?
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be too loud and too boisterous.
Well, that's never gonna happen, so it'll be okay. You'll survive that. Let me get that right there. So, as we did mention, we do have a guest who's running a little bit late, so I'm just waiting to see the response. But now that Frankie has gotten his sharing in, it's my turn. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So right now, guys, I want to take this time real quick to thank our show sponsors, Cigar Heritage Festival, for letting us be a part of last year's Cigar Heritage Festival. It was absolutely fantastic experience. Getting to spend those few days out in Florida, even though my ear was messing with me, still had a wonderful time. If you guys get a chance to make it next year or this year, I should say, please do so. And of course, Artista Cigars making some amazing cigars, such as the Buffalo 10, and all the flankers in the line of that Buffalo 10 cigar. Great stuff, great price. I think if you guys enjoy anything from Prize Cigars, you'll definitely enjoy stuff from Artista because they are the ones that help us blend our cigars. So, a big thanks to both Artista Cigars and Cigar Heritage Festival for sponsoring the show. Without them, would not be possible to do this show. So, thank you to you guys. And, if you guys have a chance, go follow them on Facebook or on Instagram and like and comment on some of their stuff.
That was wonderfully said. That was beautiful. That was poetic, honestly. I teared up a little bit when you said all that. I was inspired to go do stuff, to smoke more cigars, to smoke them better,
Hmm.
smoke them more efficiently. Um, I am a fuel efficient cigar smoker, whatever that means. It's like that comedian has a joke about when they describe men's products, they'll just throw any kind of adjective on there.
Hmm.
What should we call this new body wash? Fuel efficient.
Yeah.
I forget who says that joke, but I friggin' love it. So thank you, whoever can put the name in the comment for me, because I cannot remember who the hell it is right now. But nonetheless, we are coming on to what? Was the Pro Bowl this weekend?
Pro Bowl will be Sunday,
Eh,
and then a week from then will be the Super Bowl. Um,
I don't care about the Pro Bowl, but at the same time, like, what is it exactly for? Did the proceeds go to like a charity, perhaps?
I have no idea.
Because
I
you have to
mean,
buy tickets, though.
yeah, I have no idea what it goes for. I mean, like they have an all-star game in every sport, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
The winner of the game, because they should take it seriously, should determine which team gets home field advantage. So if the AFC team wins, the AFC should get home field advantage in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Like if the East wins for the for the NBA All Star game, the East should get home court advantage. Same with baseball. I don't know if that's how they do it. I don't really pay attention that closely to it. But that's how it should be. But the game now, it's just ridiculous. I mean, they really don't try all that hard.
forgive me though, because I'm not. Again, you know more sport about sports than I do. Wouldn't that mess up the rotation though of who gets what field and who buys tickets? Like you
No,
couldn't
no,
you
no,
couldn't
no.
wait till the week
You
before.
don't go. No, you don't get to have it at your field. You're the home team.
Oh,
So you
just
wear your home colors, you sit
mm,
on the home team side, um, that kind of stuff.
so just a matter of just the wording of it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
If you're the away team, you get to do the call, the flip, the coin flip. So there's some pros and cons to being the home team and the away team kind of a thing. So
that makes sense. That's very fair. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Now I'm on board. I like this idea. Um, hey, I didn't realize we're both wearing Dodger hats today.
as we should be.
Nothing wrong with that. I didn't want to wear a cigar hat because, um, as well, the name already suggested we're having Honest Abe on today as soon as he gets here. Um, but I was like, wait, what if I put on like the wrong company? I was like, what if it's not even gonna be the Great Smoke? So I was like, I'm gonna
That's why I
let
didn't
go.
wear any cigar hat today.
Yeah, I was like, I was gonna feel stupid. Ryan, what did you think about the 420 plus non-subscription club and the cigar we had, the Dorado New World by AJ Blind, with the band covered by cover band and revealed when you burn to the band and take it off of the cover band.
I didn't care for it because I was wrong. Uh, I agreed with I believe it was Gracie who said it was going to be a Nicaraguan cigar. Um, I agreed with you when I said we could taste the walnuts in it. And it was funny because me and him were the only two that could hit the walnut. Everybody else was like spice and earth, spice and earth, spice and earth. And then there was definitely quite a bit of spice at the beginning of the cigar. Um, and there was some earthiness to it as well. Sure, I'll give them that. But past that, on the finish is where you got the walnut flavor in there. So um, we both picked up on that, so that was good. I had no idea it was going to be an AJ Fernandez cigar. Um, I was not thinking AJ Fernandez for some reason. I was. I don't know exactly where I was going with it, but the direction that I went in was wrong.
You were
I
wrong.
was wrong for once in my
What?
life.
That doesn't sound right at all to me.
I know, I know,
I don't know if I can even trust reality anymore.
but it is fun to see if you can at least guess where the cigar is from. Maybe not pinpoint exactly what cigar it is, because that could be really really hard.
I'm telling you right now, I couldn't do that. I couldn't tell you exactly what cigar from what. I would tell you flavor profile. I could tell you that this probably has certain tobacco in it, like Nicaraguan.
Yeah,
Um, but to try to pick out exactly this is the cigar I'm smoking right this second. I don't know if I could do that. I don't think I would be good at that particular game. Jeff checking in over on YouTube. Yeah, it's not on Facebook. Why is it not on Facebook? No, we're yep, it's good to go. I don't know what's going on Facebook, guys. I apologize. They are just trashing us today. Um, it is a little upsetting. I really do not care for what Facebook is doing. Um, trying our best to friggin' get the word out there, but they don't like that. They don't like to support people making content on there. What do you call it? It is a cool experience not knowing what it is and knowing there's a cigar on the market. Even cigars I have had, I didn't recognize, maybe because of different focus on the cigar. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Brian. 100%. If even if you've had it before, now you're tasting it in a whole different light. Because no matter what we say, people judge a book by its cover to a certain extent. If you are smoking a Gurkha and you've always been told Gurkhas are bad, you might just decide this is a bad cigar, and it might just be completely preference that way. Or you take the band off of it, give it to somebody else who again has the same things being told to them, but now they don't know what cigar it is. They might love it.
yeah, and I absolutely think if you took one of the newer Gurkhas that use Aganorsa tobacco and put that in a blind taste test,
You're gonna, yeah.
people are going to enjoy the hell out of the cigar. They're going to say, "Oh, this is such a great cigar. What is it? What is it?" And by the time they figure out what it is, they're gonna have their foot in their mouth and be like, "Oh, I didn't realize this was a Gurkha."
Yeah, I would love to hear this in the comments for those watching. Do you think you could point out your favorite cigar in the lineup? And do you think you could point out your least favorite cigar? Because I know a lot of guys out there like, I really don't care for this brand, or these are just way too spicy for me, which is totally fine. I think it'd be easier to pick out your least favorite than your favorite.
I will say mine's kind of a cheater because it's a unique size and the wrapper is and not unique, but when you know what a Serie V Milano looks like, you know what a Serie V
You know what
Milano
it
looks
looks
like,
like, yeah.
especially in the Figurado size, which I like a lot. And as far as my least favorite cigar goes, obviously it's going to be something in the acid line, and by a quick whiff, you're going to be able to tell, yeah, that's an acid. Get that away from me.
That's a very fair
So
point.
I do think if your cigar, like, is your favorite cigar, like if it's Andalusian Bull or one of those unique shapes from Plasencia or Fuente, you're gonna be able to tell right away that that's your cigar, and you'll be able to name it. Um, but I like what Brian's doing with the club. Where you get an idea of what it might be, but then you're wrong.
Then you're but then you're wrong. Hey Byron, how you doing, brother?
How you doing?
What do you call it? I believe we will be seeing him in just a couple weeks when we get ourselves over to TPE. So I'm very excited about that, brother. I hope you can make it. I hope that I hope that about I hope that about Gurkha in the connoisseur club, but the cigars they put in I dislike, so and reinforce my dislike for their blends. Not all, but I do like some blends from Gurkha. I think that's very fair though too. Just because it's because everyone else doesn't like something means that being contrarian and liking it's a good thing either. Like the reverse of going with the flow. Sometimes just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Like if you get enough like this restaurant's bad, maybe don't go to that restaurant. But at the same time, you found stuff you do like from them. That's personal preference. That's awesome. Whatever you think is good is good. Keep smoking that. That's a great way to look at it. But I do see your point when you did the connoisseur club, and if it's another thing from them you didn't like, this kind of adds onto the pile
Yeah.
of the cons versus those pros. Caught you guys from Kenya. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. in Kenya right now. That's awesome. That is very awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. What time is it over there right now?
Yeah, I wonder if our French connection's watching right now. I know Richard's still already on tomorrow time in Australia,
Yeah,
so that doesn't even make sense to ask him. It's really nice seeing you guys from all these different places, whether it's Canada, Alaska. I know it's not a different country, but still pretty far from us.
yeah.
Um,
Unique locations like with the guy up in Finland, you got the guy over in Germany.
yeah,
Got people in this weird place called Bakersfield.
yeah. There's those guys like not with no imagination. They're up in like Fresno,
One
1 a.m.
seventeen a.m.
Gosh, dang. So
We,
that's
we
a little bit of a
appreciate you
time
being up late
difference.
with us.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, really do appreciate that. But speaking of TPE, I haven't seen a map yet of the floor plan, but I am assuming it's going to be very similar to the floor plans that we've had before. So, your bigger companies that are going to be there, like Fuente, Altadis, General, Drew Estate, they're going to have their monstrosities of a space.
The beautiful monstrosities.
Drew Estate's going to have their two-tiered lounge, DJ, whatever going on. Hopefully, Altus brings back their golf simulator because that was pretty darn cool. Of course, everybody else will be on their pavilions. So you've got 10 pavilions to an area. Everybody has the same size booth. They share the middle area where everybody can have a seat and do business. And they have their one small shelf in front of them and their one tall shelf next to them with their signage. Makes it streamlined, makes it easy. Everybody looks the same except for their signage, of course, and makes it much easier to get things done, in my opinion.
No, you're 100% correct. I do love the monstrosity. Don't get me wrong. When Drew Estates goes all out, it's all out, and a lot of the companies will follow suit. But the ease of getting to go from vendor to vendor to vendor, from company to company, is
Hmm.
just absolutely wonderful. But I'm gonna get some of these comments real quick. First of all, Peter winning GS, how you doing, brother? Jeff says waiting to get his first smoke in for California Dreamin.
Actually, real
Um,
quick, Peter, was it you guys that sent us the Camacho? What was it? Unleashed. Um, Factory Unleashed. Was that from you guys? Let me know in the comments.
did you do that? Did you do that to us? Because it was a really good cigar, apparently. And real quick, I also want to say, and then I see smoking a lost and found just the tip. I don't think I've had that. I do not think I've had that
I have
cigar.
not had it yet.
Let me know what you think of it. Then looks like all premium cigars in the center, and the outer edges all the other products. Yeah, actually no, they didn't do that last year. Last year we were
No,
kind of like
last
front
year we were in a
lefts.
corner. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they had two colored carpets. The red was for cigars and it was a much smaller area. It was about 25% of the showroom floor, and the blue carpet was everything else. Now, unfortunately, one of the cigar companies, um, he got in really late, and there was no more room in the actual cigar part, so he got stuck about halfway down with all the vape and shit. And unless you knew where he was, you weren't gonna find him. So I felt really bad for him on that point. But he still said he had a pretty darn good show, so can't be too mad at that one.
yeah. I'm just gonna mention the name because he was cool with it last time. Edit Cigars. Yeah, that was a raw deal, man. They should have helped him out somehow. But he did have a good sized booth. He had good people working with him, and there's a lot of good buzz about the cigars. So good
Okay,
stuff.
so it wasn't from them. I gotta figure out where I got it from. Yeah, I thought it came in the humidor that you guys sent us, which is right there, right there.
Yeah, yeah, we're keeping that.
So
That's
I,
not
I thought
gonna.
it was with the yeah. I know you guys sent us the ATL cigars and the Cornelius and Anthony, which are fantastic. Um, but that Camacho, man, that thing was amazing. I don't know what it was about. It was really really good.
Does sound good. I didn't get a chance to. Beautiful smoke. Hit up Zachary Harpoid for the. Oh, okay, cool. Got a hookup right there. Nice. I like the sound of that. Joe, I miss you too, buddy. I haven't seen you since yesterday. Or no, the
Tuesday,
no Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Wednesday. So it's been a full day, which is not usual for us. We usually see each other on a daily basis. So already having my withdrawals. It's crazy. Um, let me see. Martin and the others watching. Thank you so much for the chat. Absolutely, brother. You do a great job. It's an awesome thing to be a part of. And I was actually speaking of more talking with each other, meetups kind of thing. Obviously, I want to launch the magazine stuff in March, but before that, next weekend is Super Bowl, and we wanted to do a meetup on the Werribee group um, for the halftime show.
Hmm.
Because I know a lot of guys, a lot of guys we know at least are like, I'm not watching this halftime show. I don't want to
Yeah.
watch it. Beyonce, like, I don't mind Beyonce, whatever. But they've been lacking for me anyway, so I don't really care if I watch it or not.
Right.
So I'm thinking I am going to start up the Werribee when the game starts. I'll probably watch from the window because we could watch the show or watch the game
Yeah.
and smoke a cigar outside. And then whoever wants to hop on in and out during the game, or if you want to watch with us the entire time and then watch the halftime show, that's when we'll meet up. Like the main meetup will be at halftime. I'll make an event for it. I'll put it on the page. I'll put it in the group. YouTube. I'll
Oh,
make a.
Rihanna, not Beyonce.
Is it? I thought it was Beyonce.
Yeah.
I like Rihanna. I'm not a fan of the music, not so much. I just find her super attractive. I don't know what it is when she gets like pixie hair. Rihanna, if you're watching, and I think you're married though, so don't hit me up. I don't do that. I'm a gentleman. Anyway, oh, thank you, Joe. Just what do you call it for what do you call it for Frankie? Just missing Frankie. That's fine. Whatever. Rich, unfortunately, I will not be over at the shop for Super Bowl. Frankie shall not be either. We got stuff we got to do.
Hmm.
There's stuff to be done, stuff to be did. And I don't want my burrito or pizza being eaten.
Yeah.
So
Seriously.
I want to go somewhere else
Like,
just in case.
what's that like? Like living in a world where if you put your food down for 1 second to go grab a cigar at the humidor, go to the restroom, grab a drink, and you come back and someone's eating it. Like, is that a world you want to live in?
That's a scary world. I don't like that at all. I don't like that one bit. But no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we won't be there. I'm gonna miss Otis's ribs, I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
But there is, yeah, we'll catch you guys another time. There'll be more Super Bowls, there will be more football games. We will be there. All the we could probably do that. We can make that happen. Actually, if you guys are missing out, I believe we're gonna be doing a cornhole tournament next time. That'll be the next tournament, probably.
I don't know. No one has signed up for February, so I know March is a closed event.
That's different. That's not a
April,
tournament.
I don't know who's signing up. So it depends on whoever signs up next, and they want to do a tournament. It's up to them.
The most likely the next tournament will be a cornhole tournament, though. Just putting that out there. And the macaroni salad goes to those. All right. That's the stabbing business. Don't touch my food. Exactly. Yeah. What do you know about you all know about Pro Cigar event same time as TPE? Not a whole lot. Pro Cigar. No, I'm not familiar really.
Yeah, I believe that's the one that's in another country. I don't really know a whole lot about Pro Cigar.
There's at the same time though. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
truly don't know.
I'm sorry I couldn't tell you much about it.
I will type it in real quick and see what I can get. Event. I hate when it does that.
Yeah, the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay. I did not realize that they were overlapping. It's interesting though. I mean, I
Yeah,
would definitely like to go, but it feels like
but I think it's more of a consumer event. Pro Cigar, like the Cigar Safari and that kind of stuff. Where
oh,
you
okay.
go visit the factories. They give you some fresh rolled cigars.
That sounds
You might
fun.
even get a try rolling one yourself. You guys have some dinners and whatnot. So that's more, I believe, the consumer driven part. I don't think that's the retail end of the stuff. Whereas TP is, the retail because they're showing new stuff. They're giving you ideas what's coming out this year. Um, and it's a big deal for those that will not be attending PCA.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we don't really go to a whole lot of consumer events in general, as
No,
far as like, um, the Big Smoke. But I want to change that kind of stuff because I want to go to Rocky Mountain. The Great Smoke has always been fun. The virtual event was a lot of fun.
Cigar
Um,
Heritage Festival.
Cigar Heritage Festival for us, that is a
Yep.
work event for sure. I don't know where Abe's at, so I'm just gonna go ahead and roll this beautiful bean footage, which I was gonna play for his intro, but he doesn't. He's gonna get a different intro when he gets here. So I want you guys to watch this with me, and I don't want you to miss out because exactly 6 weeks from today is going to be the start off of what is going to be a really fun time back in Florida, guys.
Honest Dave here from Smoking Cigars. It is that time of year again, the Great Smoke 2023 Mardi Gras Madness. Whether you're coming down live or going to be enjoying the event from the comfort of your own home, your ticket price includes this epic package. It's one of our greatest Great Smoke packages in the history of this event. Over $400 worth of product and great swag for the low cost of $165. Do not hesitate. Tickets are selling this year faster than ever. Go to www.thegreatsmoke.com and get your live general admission ticket, your virtual ticket if you're going to enjoy from home, and tickets for either the dinner or the brunch. Epic time. We can't wait to see you all there. The Great Smoke 2023. Mardi Gras Madness.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that it's turned into a 4-day weekend of fun. I mean, you can't ask for more than that, especially if you're gonna do a couple events a year. You know, there's a lot of guys who are like one on the west, one on the east coast, or if you're on the east coast, you can make those down there, or vice versa. Because well, I guess there's only a couple on the west coast, honestly. But if you're gonna
You
travel,
have Cigar Spirits event. You have
do the Big Smoke in
the Big
Vegas.
Smoke in Vegas.
Every time we smoke cigars, it's an event.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot on the West Coast yet. We got to fix that. But the fact that it is a full 4 days of fun, shops are getting into it. Different lunch or what do you call it? Different breakfast, dinners, pre-show events. I think that's awesome. I love that there's a virtual event. I love that Eduardo is going to be there live. That is excellent. Larry, how you doing in San Diego? Brother, if you know any lounges over there that we don't know of, let us know. Point us in the direction of all the lounges we can, because we already like to go to ones. For instance, the 3-in-1, Cigar Cave, and of course Expose.
That's in
Um,
Chula Vista, 3-in-1.
it's close enough.
It's closer to Mexico.
It's okay. If you're in the U.S. and you don't have to go overland like you have to do for Alaska and certain islands over there, I think it's closer to San Diego than it is to go into Mexico.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna put certain restrictions on distance and uh, area allowed, then yeah, I mean, you can make up anything. You can say, okay, well, New York is closer than it is, to 3-in-1 than it is to Mexico because it's the same country.
Yeah, it is.
So,
It
I
is.
mean, if you should make up your own rules, then you can say anything's closer. Really,
I make up my own rules all the time.
Yeah.
Every single day. I reject reality and I substitute it with my own. Okay.
I see.
There's no need for all these arbitrary rules like gravity and taxes in North Dakota. You don't need any of that in your life. Okay. Get rid of all of it and just stick to the 3 basic principles that I preach all the time, but I do not reveal to anybody. Okay. So just stay with all of that and you'll be good to go. Is that a YouTube comment? Let me check.
So,
No, Joe's just being funny.
out of curiosity, for you guys that live maybe in more towards the center of the U.S., like your North or South Dakotas or whatever, places where you're not near a big hub of cigars, Phoenix, Ybor City, I would even say Pittsburgh, San Diego,
Atlanta.
Vegas, Atlanta. If you guys are going to choose to go to an event where you guys have to fly, uh, what makes a determining factor on where you're going to go? Is it the tobacco taxes and prices? Is it the location? Like, obviously, Ybor and San Diego are in beautiful spots.
Wonderful. Yeah. The amenities around, like Vegas
Yeah.
has everything else you can do.
Is it somewhere like Pittsburgh because Coleman lives out there? Would you go to one in Texas because you like the area? What is that determining factor that helps you decide? Yeah, I'm gonna go to Vegas and I'm gonna go to the Big Smoke because that's what I like. Or no, I'm gonna go to New York and do whatever, or not New York. The Boutique Cigar Association. What was theirs? Illinois?
Oh my goodness, I cannot remember the state, but it's just
Wherever the
yeah.
Boutique Cigar Association was, I forget. I know it was on that brewery. I want to go there because I like that kind of stuff.
Peter is in for the win right there. That's going on screen real quick. As long as you do not buy Spirit, they're all good locations. I 100% agree with that. Spirit I'm still angry with them, and I'm mad even more because every once in a while they will like like uh like an abusive relationship. They'll draw me back in because they'll send me emails of like, oh, here's a round trip ticket
For
to
five
Austin.
dollars.
And it was like,
It's like, oh,
oh, that's
am I gonna go back to you? Even though I know I'm gonna end up regretting
you're
it.
gonna hurt me again. But I was thinking like, well, screw it. I could go for like a weekend with just a weekender bag on, and like, oh, then it'll be fine. I know the moment I get on the plane or get in line to get my ticket from them, like to check in, I'm gonna regret it. I don't care. So it was $60. Sorry, $60 to go round trip for like a week or something. I don't know why I was even looking at it. And I'm like, oh, I just took my one bag that they don't charge you for, just the carry on one versus the secondary, which you do pay for, and then the one that you have to check. And goddamn, oh gosh dang it, sorry. I'm all angry with the spirit, all right? But you are absolutely right, Peter. Don't if you can avoid it, don't fly Spirit.
I know there's some people that do.
What?
I was watching an interview with Chad Ochocinco. He flew Spirit. He flew Spirit while he was in the pros. He's like, just give me an emergency row seat. I'll fly Spirit. He's like, I bought fake jewelry. He's like, why am I gonna buy expensive jewelry? I went to Claire's and bought stuff from there. Apparently, he's like, look, the girls that know who you are, they know how much you're worth. They don't care. They're gonna assume it's all real anyways. He's like, and why waste your money?
I have a bigger respect for him now than I like that frugal idea. That's why I like Shaq a lot, honestly. Like the first thing he did when he had to furnish his new giant apartment was go to Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love Walmart. They gave me my first credit card. That's why he does all the General commercials. Like I love the General. They gave me a good deal when I gotta get insurance. Um, that's why he went to Walmart when he did his Shaq shoes. There was a lady who yelled at him at a game about her
Yeah.
son's like, they want the shoes too, but we can't afford $300 each kid. And he's like, he really thought on that. I thought that was impressive that he actually took a second, not just like, I just want money. No, he literally gave it his thought. He cut his other deals that you guys can keep selling until we're out, but I'm out of this deal, and moved to getting more affordable shoes for people who want them still.
Yeah.
That's impressive stuff right there. So, not so much. I couldn't tell you one fact about Shaq's actual playing. I'm not gonna lie. Other than I guess he wasn't good at free throws. Everyone, there's a big joke. I even did it in a movie once.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He carried himself like a champion on and off court.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, he was. He's like what 3-4 time NBA champion, something like that.
He's incredible. But even
Yeah.
more impressive, I would say, is what he does with his life. The businesses he runs. He owns like 50 businesses.
Mm-hmm.
It might be some franchises or whatnot. He has other people running for him, but he still owns them and he invested in all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. That is impressive. I had no idea about Ocho Cinco being. That's
Yeah.
pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it makes you think, and I forget what it was. I think it's a movie or something about the more money you make, the less money you have to spend because people want to give you stuff.
Oh, there was a joke on what was that Christmas movie I didn't like, but this was a hilarious part. It was what's that one mom likes? Love Actually. Love Actually, this old timey rock star is giving an interview, and he goes on TV and he tells the kids, do not buy drugs. You become famous and they'll give them to you for free. And I was like, he's technically not wrong. Rich, yeah, Shaq is a big giver. And he's a big guy in general though too. So
Mm-hmm.
it just is what
Mm-hmm.
it is. Oh my gosh. Well, I think we got stood up today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to keep going. I know.
No, we'll go ahead and cut, and we'll see if we can hold him, see what happened, and if we have to reschedule, we'll reschedule. So
No
we do want to
biggie.
bring him on and talk about the Great Smoke and give you guys all the information you guys need about it. You're not gonna want to miss out on this event.
Yeah. Just a couple of little details though that I can go over. Thursday night, if you guys are in the area, if you're gonna be going, Jonathan Drew is gonna be doing a party over at the Smoke Inn on Daytona. I want to go in order though. Friday night, there we go. Herklots is having their party for that night, which is gonna be awesome. Come on, where's the next one? Saturday with Matt Booth. I believe we were talking about a little Matt Booth earlier too, so that works. Saturday morning before that is the tailgate party with Eric Espinosa, and I believe he'll be bringing a certain chef with very specky hair with him.
Ugh.
So that's pretty cool. I don't know your hate for that. I don't get it. And then Sunday is obviously the actual event itself, the grand finale of this awesome weekend, and you'll have brunch with Terrence Riley and I know. Oh wait, there we go. Not connect. Oh no, Abe, if you can hear me, your camera is not connected. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Ah,
And of course, it goes Thursday through Sunday.
Thursday through Sunday.
The 16th through the 19th.
Yes, yes.
And of course, the next day is Monday, which is the 20th, which is my birthday.
Oh, that was the actual event right there. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what everyone was celebrating. I'll get that comment up. They say some of the richest people are cheap. I think that's how you keep your money. It's like the
Mhm.
Warren Buffett interviews. Like, I get the same breakfast from Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Their biscuit breakfast every morning. There we go. Abe, I see you there. Give me a thumbs up if you are ready to come on stream. There we go. Awesome. Hey, brother, how you doing?
Am I 40 minutes late for this?
35. No, what are you talking about?
Oh, I am so. Why didn't anybody message me or reach out?
My messages actually aren't doing super great right now.
Yeah, I messaged you a couple times. I don't even think you've seen them.
No, I'm telling you, they keep getting buried, and Facebook is not giving me any notifications. Like, it's been a nightmare with Facebook.
I'm so sorry, guys. I had no idea what time it was, man. The clock is just racing.
Oh, it happens. Don't worry about it. We're here. I'm glad to see you.
I apologize, gents.
What do you call it? But we are excited to have you here. We were just talking about the Great Smoke. Love the theme, by the way. I want to talk to you about that because I know the planning that goes into these events. It's not just from March to March. It literally is like years in the making. And
we already have 2024 booked, the theme booked, and in fact, we've already started working on the swag because of this year being later than normal. We don't have the window that we normally have. It's actually a shorter window, so we're already working on 2024 swag.
That's awesome. That's a good thing to take care of too, because you always have that idea in your head. I know, like when it's a big something like this, like you might know how you want it to be done in your head, but if you don't get it on paper right away, things just tend to just go everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They do. But I'm blessed. I got a good team, and with all the crazy stuff we got going on, I don't want to curse or anything, and we've had some crazy stuff, but it's all getting solved. So that's all you do. You can't cry over spilled milk.
No, absolutely. So before we get too far into it, how have you been? What is going on right now?
Just we're in the trenches, man. We're in the home stretch, getting ready for this event. Ticket sales have been ridiculous this year. Our hotel, we had 3 hotel blocks. We went 3 times, and they all sold out before December 1st.
Wow.
Which is absurd for us. So I think next year we're just gonna have to look to you could, like, I guess, buy a whole hotel for like 4 days or something. So we're gonna just take the whole hotel.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, really crazy this year.
Yeah, we used to go to this horror convention out in Dallas, beginning of May, which is Miguel's birthday, and they used to rent out the entire Hyatt Regency over at the Dallas Fort Worth Airport. But now they've just gotten too big; they had to move out. So hopefully you'll have that problem too. So you get too big, you got to move out and find a bunch of hotels, not just one.
Well, hotel situation will be good, but I don't think we're gonna have to move our venue, man. We've been blessed to be at the South Florida Fairgrounds, but doing something like this, the hardest thing is really finding a venue that will welcome you.
100%.
They are awesome, and they can hold hundreds of thousands of people. The complex is so big. In fact, even with the big exhibit hall we have, there's literally an empty 40,000 square foot exhibit hall right next door. So,
awesome.
I mean, we're good to go for a while. As long as they keep welcoming us and enjoying having us doing our event there, there's no reason to change it.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, fantastic. So for people that are coming, and this will be their first time at your event, what can they expect, and what would be their itinerary? Like, what would they expect when they get there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then of course on Sunday?
All right, so let me cap this off in case anybody misses anything. Pretty much all the information can be found at thegreatsmoke.com. We've done a really good job of trying to explain everything, and there's even a facts thing there. But if you're coming to the event live, because the event in 2021, there you go. The event in 2021 took a change, right? We We didn't know what we are going to do, and then we did that historic virtual broadcast, right? And it was after a lot of people reaching out to us that said, look, we love the virtual aspect. We can never make it down physically. Can you do it? So last year we attacked the project of, can we do a virtual and live event at the same time?
Hmm.
I think we pulled it off pretty good, and it's
Oh
going
yeah.
to be better this year. So first off, if you're coming down live, you're in for probably the most epic 4 days you can have as a cigar connoisseur. It caps off Thursday night with a Drew Estate launch party. Jonathan Drew and the team from Drew Estate will be here capping it off. Friday, we have two events. We have our annual pre-event dinner, which this year is hosted by the actual virtual face of the Great Smoke, Michael Herklotz, and Ferio Tego Cigars. Those were that screen right there that was up was your co-host. So it's Michael, Kim Keeney, and our producer of KMA Talk Radio, Paul DeGracco. They will be broadcasting home virtually to everybody at the main event, and we basically try to make it so even if you're in the comfort of your own man cave, your home, wherever it is, that you're there. They're walking you through the crowd. They're talking to the manufacturers. They're talking to the people in the crowd, the vendors, the liquor companies, the interviews on stage. We have a top-notch production company that has done the Golden Globes, Soul Train, Kings of Comedy. So we bring it to your home, but still nothing like coming down live. So Friday night we have the dinner, over the top menu. You can see it right there on the website. It's really crazy. Um, and then also Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, Steve Saka and team will be here at our headquarters with an event. So we got two events Friday night because the dinner is limited to 200 people. The event and the stores are all free, open to the public. So pretty sure after the dinner, 90% of the people will end up congregating back over here at HQ and catch the tail end of the Dunbarton event. Saturday morning, after 17 years, when you thought we couldn't pack any more stuff into this event, we have our first ever tailgate party. So the Distinguished Ruffians and Espinosa Cigars are hosting a tailgate party, complimentary. I think they're going to have donuts and beer. And they even made a limited, commemorative tailgate cigar, Espinosa Tailgate Cigar Ruffian, Distinguished Ruffians Tailgate. And the first 100 people who show up to the tailgate party will get that cigar for free.
Awesome.
And then the main event, which is a not a cattle call. I've been to events around the country. We don't cattle call people, man. You go in there, there's tons of stuff going on. We have a main stage with entertainment. We have all the cigar companies there. We have people walking the crowd, multiple food stations, whiskey row tastings, all included in your price ticket. It's when you do events like these and it's thousands of people and you're on stage and it's the end of the day, people have been there 4 or 5 hours, and you see 80, 85% of the people still there, and you basically got to tell them to get the hell out. You threw a good party, right? So, and from there, we have another party, after party here with none other than himself, Matt Booth. Matt Booth will be here in our HQ, and then we ended up validating with Aganorsa Cigars at a bottomless mimosa and Bloody Mary all you can eat brunch on Sunday morning. Now, everything is free. The only thing you need tickets for is obviously the main event, the dinner, and the Sunday brunch. But all the other events are complimentary and open to the public.
That is awesome right there. Now, this is a few years now going on. This is not new as far as the event itself goes. How much has it changed since day one?
So we've been really good at keeping our event very experience driven. It's always been our core core goal for year one. I think that's why it's gone from 300 to 3,000 people. Every year, people go home. If they come back with 4 or 5 of their friends. So we've always been experience driven and always finding ways to make it so that you don't feel like you're coming to the same event every year. It really changed in 2020 when we came up with the first idea to start theming the events. And 2020 was 70 Disco. And that added a whole new dynamic to this kind of event. The event's now literally a production. It's a show. Last year was last luau. It was all Hawaiian luau themed. We had smoking volcanoes up on stage, fire dancers, hula. I mean, it's become a production. And this year, I mean, you can't go wrong with Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is going to be crazy, over the top. In fact, Friday night before the event, St. Patrick's Day. So it's probably the only time in the country you can go from St. Patrick's Day to Mardi Gras back to back, having a good time.
That's perfect. I love that. And I
So-
honestly go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying the theming of the event's really what dramatically made it change, because every year it's literally a new event in some way, So that I think is what really keeps it fresh and keeps people excited about coming back, because they can't say, "Well, I was there last year," because this year it's going to be a whole new event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's incredible right there.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that you didn't just do St. Patrick's Day as your theme. Could have done that. Could have been the easy way out. I like that you guys are going Mardi Gras. That's something I have yet to experience for myself down in New Orleans. Something I'd love to get there. But if we can just get a taste of it at the event, I think that's be absolutely fantastic.
And that's what we try to do between the entertainment, the food, the theme, the decor. We want to kind of make you feel like you're on Bourbon Street for an afternoon.
I love that. I love it. And I gotta ask though, because I know a lot of guys in the comments and that watch and that we've talked to are always talking about like, man, I would love to be able to do something like that. Maybe not as big, obviously, but just an event in their area, because everyone deserves something like this in your area, and you should definitely get to the Great Smoke and enjoy it firsthand to see what happens. But is there any advice you'd give a guy who wants to start his own event, or what he should expect in the beginning?
The key thing to anything like this, if you really want it to grow, is focus on the experience you're giving the people that are coming. The first 2 years we did the Great Smoke, we lost money. I mean, for sure. I think it was year 3 we finally kind of broke even, or maybe made a few bucks.
Mm-hmm.
But especially if you're starting out in the beginning, we had a few hundred people, and they didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know the experience. So you need everybody to walk away saying, "Holy shit, that was amazing." So if you got to spend more money than you make for them to make that feeling, if you plan on doing this for 20 years, that's the long-term investment. If you go into something like this right off the bat and all you're worried about is how much money you can make and, whatever, and cut corners and whatever, well, that's when your event doesn't make it 3 or 4 years, because there's just no value and there's no experience there. I mean, the ticket value alone, we went out of our way. Listen, our ticket price hasn't gone up in many, many years, and I think this may be the last year we can really sustain without raising it a little bit. But the value alone is crazy stupid. This is the kit. Whether if you're coming in person, you'll get this the morning of the event. If you're gonna watch this at home or get together with 5-6 of your friends and have a watch party, these will start shipping out the first week of March. And basically you get the same thing for your $165 ticket. This is what you get. Okay, this is our event bag, and I'll go through what's in here. It's our Great Smoke event bag, and inside here we got another bag. It's a bag full of bags, right? You got this cool drawstring backpack, okay, and the most important thing that everybody should be excited about is the cigars. Now, if you go, there's 32 cigars in here. If you go on thegreatsmoke.com and you click on this package, it will list every company's brand. And it's $350 plus in retail just in these cigars. And mind you, the ticket price is only $165.
Now that's Florida price. So if you're in California, it's quite a bit more.
Yeah, that's our retail stick price. Yeah. So that's our retail stick price. We did the math, we did a spreadsheet. It's like over $350 for $165. And on top of the cigars, you get the commemorative bags that I talked about. You get the event ashtray, which you see on Facebook all the time, people posting their event ashtray. Also comes with, now I think, our 4th or 5th year in a row, this year's commemorative Great Smoke shot glass.
Love it.
Yeah, we made it a little bit transparent so you can almost see what booze you're drinking in there. We have, let's see here, we have a rally towel this year. So if you're walking the event and need to dry yourself off, or you just want to swing it like a rally towel, you can. We have this pretty badass bar key, great bottle opener, right? And this is
very nice.
This is solid metal, right? So you got a collector's bottle opener. Let me see what else we got in this bag. We have our commemorative Great Smoke lighter.
Love those.
Now you got all these cigars. You're coming down, especially people coming down. What are you going to do? You got a little boost pack. Throw them in the pack. Keep your cigars fresh till you get home. What would a Mardi Gras thing without at least giving everybody one commemorative beads? You
Very
get an
nice.
official Great Smoke commemorative beads sponsored by the fine folks over at Rocky Patel. Plus, we got about 15 other thousand beads that we'll be throwing out into the crowd. But everybody will get one of these in their pack. They got a nice little commemorative bead. And, when you come to the Great Smoke, if you've been there, you need an access pass to get in. You got to wear. But if you're home virtual, we're still sending you one. I know people like to keep and collect these. We have an event cutter. Trying to see what's left in the bottom of the bag. And, of course, what has become very famous about the Great Smoke, we always make a pretty dang good event hat.
Oh,
So
Very nice.
this is our Mardi Gras event hat, all embroidered all the way through.
It's beautiful.
So pretty cool hat.
That stands out right there. You wear that anywhere, they're gonna notice.
Yeah, you'll have a few thousand people wearing these probably on Saturday. So it's really, honestly, I mean, I don't know what you value swag as. I mean, what do you put a value on this? $20? I don't know, but if the cigars are at least $353, then we call this over a $400 package easy. So for you get about over $400 worth of stuff for $165. It's literally the best deal on cigars all year round.
That's insane.
Yeah.
If you're coming down, you get the memories and experience. If you're watching virtually, you will also have access to a special store that only ticket holders get, because everybody who comes down to the event, all these manufacturers have super cool deals. This was our catalog from last year. Let me see here. This was our catalog from last year of all the deals from all the manufacturers and the giveaways and the free goods. And if you're at home and you're not there, you still have access to all these deals. We built a special store for you. You can get into and take advantage and get all the free goods and special pricing and stuff like that.
That is awesome right there. Now, a little more personal note on this. Abe, this is days worth of smoking cigars. Obviously you're gonna have to pace yourself a little bit, but how many do you think you're gonna have to go through from start to finish on this incredible, almost week-long event?
How many cigars?
Yeah, how many are you gonna be smoking?
I don't barely smoke any.
Too busy?
I haven't eaten. We have 4 food stations and a VIP carving station at the Great Smoke. I haven't eaten one morsel of food probably in 17 years.
Oof.
Maybe if I was running by and my wife caught me, she'd throw something in my mouth. But I mean, there's too much going on. I mean, there's barely, for me to smoke, barely. I think maybe if I attempted to light one, I was probably able to take 2 puffs before I had to put it down and it disappeared into the chaos. So it's not a relaxing time for us. The big catharsis comes for me at the end when I get up on stage and I address the crowd. We all, and the end of it. And then the next day's brunch. But for me, that's really when it's over. Brunch, I can just kind of come in, chill. The team knows what they're doing. And I just kind of enjoy the brunch like a consumer and kind of semi-relax. Let's put it that way.
I do, yeah. The emphasis on the semi-relaxed part. Yeah.
You never fully relax, but at least for me, the pressure is over.
Makes sense. That makes, yeah, I definitely understand that. I think but we've had our chance to help do quite a few events here in California, and they're definitely not the same size, but even during that one day, from start to end, there's really no time to sit down. It's all work. And I think you guys do such a wonderful job. You can see the quality being put just in the bag you showed us alone.
Oh yeah.
How much time and effort goes into it, let alone, like you said, the experience of actually being there, and now basically doing 2 events at once with a virtual to a live. That's very impressive.
It really has changed the dynamic of the whole thing. And, we don't chintz on the production. We got a big company. We want it to look right. We want it to feel right. We want people to feel like they're there. And it's allowed people who really just can't come to these things to feel like they're there and belong and be part of it. So I hope we can continue to do it as long as there's demand for people who want to participate virtually. We'll keep doing it. If the demand's not there, we may have to stop. I mean, what the consumers want is what dictates what we do. Last year we put up 500 tickets. We thought that was a lot. It sold out too fast. I actually had to steal 250 more tickets because I only have a certain number of packages. I had to split between virtual and live. I stole 250 more and moved them over, and it still sold out. Um, we haven't sold out this year. Now I don't know that means that COVID's over and a lot more people want to travel. People were less willing to travel last year. And for me, my gut instinct tells me that that's what it is because the value's there. I mean, if I was a cigar consumer and if you look at that list of cigars on the website of what's coming in this package, they're all premium. They're not duds. They're not house brands. In fact, this year, I think there's 3 or 4 brand new lines that are being launched at the Great Smoke. Brand new
Oh,
cigars that
that's
hit
awesome.
the market yet. So they're all premium cigars. So if I was a cigar consumer, I'd be buying the package whether I even knew what the event. I believe that if I just sent out the deal, hey, we got a 32 cigar sampler, forget the swag. For $165, we'd sell them all day long. Um, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the COVID. I don't know what's going on, but virtual has not been is in demand this year, and I think it's mostly because I think last year people were still afraid to travel, and more people are just getting out and getting over it and coming out this year because the ticket sales for everything else has been through the roof.
Very.
Our VIP ticket sales normally take about 30 days, 40 days to sell out. We sold out in 24 hours. So everything else has been through the roof. It's just virtual, but I hope we can continue to do it because I think being able to reach people in parts of the country that will never get a chance to be part of something like this, it's a great way for them to enjoy and spend a Saturday afternoon with a bunch of fellow cigar lovers.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I know last year we had planned on going out, but uh, a couple weeks before our studio had gotten broken into, and so a lot of our extra money went into getting new equipment. So we were watching virtually, and I had such a great time. It was fantastic. So um, if you guys have yet to to experience the virtual one and you can't make it actually out to Florida, virtual experience is unlike anything else. You guys are absolutely gonna enjoy it.
Oh, 100%.
Thank you guys. Are you guys coming in person this year?
Well, at least one of us will be there.
I hope you do. I mean, we'd love to see you guys down there.
Yeah, one of us will definitely be there. We just got to make sure work is allowing. If not, we'll both be there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the goal is both, but at the very least, one of us has got to get to the East Coast a couple more times. I've only got to go to Florida once so far, and I didn't want to leave. I'm not gonna
Not a
lie.
bad, not a bad place to be, gents. Not a bad place to be.
Yeah, if you have a couch I can crash on for a few months, just let me know. I'll be there all the
I got a
time.
lounge full of couches.
Oh, perfect. There we go. That's the next move for instead of hotel rooms, just have a big area where everyone can sleep in basically a giant lounge. That'd be perfect.
Open the first bed and cigar.
Yep.
I don't remember who told me like about that idea too. Like there was an old house that they converted the bottom into a lounge, and upstairs were still rooms that just weren't being used at the time, mainly storage. But it was a house. Like, well, Airbnb might not like it too much, but you might want to try it out. Oh man. Let's see some comments on here. Richard, definitely gonna check out the virtual one. Absolutely, brother. I think you're gonna enjoy the heck out of it. Excuse me.
I think this is a good compliment right here too. Eduardo said that this event is his annual vacation every year. So that tells you how excited he is for the event and how much of an impact it's had on him. That when he gets his vacation time, he's going to this thing. So I think that's a fantastic compliment right there, Eduardo. Thank you for that.
One of the coolest compliments we got was last year. People started calling it their family reunion.
No, okay.
So it's cool when the attendees start calling it a family reunion because for them it's the one time a year they can see all the people and friends they have from all over the country. One
Hmm.
thing COVID did was help us make friends everywhere.
Yep.
We were making friends everywhere, and now they have a place they can congregate once a year. So, and what better place to do it than at the Great Smoke?
Hmm.
100%. And yeah, like you said, I do love the virtual stuff. Don't get me wrong. I have a great time doing the show. I love talking to people like this, but to be there in person is something totally different. And I hope everyone gets to experience that. But like you said, sometimes it's just not in the cards.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have a chance for them to do um, the event still, to be a part of it, to have the deals, which is a great deal on itself right there, to still have access to all that, no matter where you're at in the country, where you're at in general, that's so great. That's a huge help to the community at large.
Well, the trick for us when we were posed with do we cancel 2021 or not was we didn't want to do a virtual event that would look like this. right? And there's nothing wrong with this for a podcast. Our podcast KMA looks just like this, but that's not what an event is. So how do you portray an event virtually? And that's when we came up with the crazy idea to do that 7.5 hour telethon broadcast with a real production company and TV sets. And it literally looked like the Tonight Show. If you popped in, you thought you were watching the Tonight Show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot easier when you're building sets and you're with studio than when you're trying to do a live event, what's going on. But we got a great team, and last year I think it came off really, really well. I think Michael, Kim, and Paul found a great groove, and they were relatable to everybody at home, and they really made everybody kind of feel like they were there and what was going on. They participated. So, and with stuff like this, it only gets better. We expect it to even be better this year because you learn on where you made mistakes last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
That's funny, said, Jeff. I just got to answer Jeff here. Jerry, so when we were brainstorming, it took us 3 hours to figure out how we were going to do an event. And you're old because I looked at my team and I literally said, what if we kind of do like a real television broadcast, like make it like 8 hours and we'll like Jerry Lewis telethon meets QVC and had a baby. And then half my team looked at me and said, who the hell's Jerry Lewis?
Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, like they never seen a Jerry Lewis telethon, but that was one of the examples when we were trying to figure out what we were going to do to pull off an event.
Oh man, that's I think if you go on YouTube, if you haven't seen it, I think you should check it out. The telethon, it still holds up, right? They still.
Listen to me, it's still being watched. This is the original broadcast that it was done in February of 2021. So. It's on YouTube and it's also on the Great Smoke Facebook page. It's a 7.5 hour broadcast, but there's a lot of great moments in there. There's a great moment where Carlito steals a sock of squash from Steve's sock. It was a lot of fun. It was a really great day, but it was 7.5 hours straight. No commercials, no breaks, no nothing. I mean, it was long.
Mm-hmm.
That's an impressive thing to do right there.
Last year's broadcast was just the duration of the event from the start and the beginning of the event.
Well, guys, we are at time because we actually have to get going. But I do want to thank you, Abe, for coming on.
Once again, I'm so sorry, boys. I mean, no disrespect.
No worries.
It was a crazy day, and I couldn't even believe it was 5 o'clock already. It's past 5. I haven't had lunch. I'm still thinking, what am I going to have for lunch today? It's already dinner time. I am so sorry.
No, I will say the only thing that I had an issue with the event coming up was you went from the 16th to the 19th. And so you basically told everybody, okay, Frankie's birthday is on the 20th, go home.
Come on.
No, I just can't wait. I hope it works out. We both get to go out there.
We'd love to see you, boys.
At least one of us will be there for sure. And
do me a favor. Facebook message me one of your numbers so I could text you so we don't have to work on social media because there's some things I still want to finalize with you guys and stuff. So just send it to me in Facebook, and that way we could just text each other normal cell and not have to worry about going through that.
Absolutely.
Can do.
All right, folks, but we will see you guys on Monday. Abe, thank you so much for joining us. I cannot wait to get back out there. Again, 6 weeks from today, the countdown is on the website. You go right there. Let me go down right there. 6 weeks to go, guys. Get excited. Get your tickets if you haven't already. Get those virtuals if you can't make it in person. You're not going to want to miss this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I didn't even ask you what you're smoking today, by the way. We told.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I started late, but we tied in these special event cigars, so people who come to this event have the opportunity to pick up something really special. And every year we change the manufacturers. This is the one that just dropped, and we drop them before the Great Smoke. So this is the one that just dropped this week. It's the Southern Draw by Robert Holt. It's called Evening Stock. So this is called Evening Stock. He only made 300 packs of these, 10 count. And I think there's maybe 30 or 40 left. We started selling on Wednesday, and I'm enjoying it. It's really, really good. Really good.
So fantastic. Get a hold of those two guys. All right, people, you'll have a great rest of your weekend. Abe, is there anything you want to make sure they know before we sign out, though?
Nope. If you have any questions, like I said, go to thegreatsmoke.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, though I'm more on Facebook. Message me if you have any questions. If you love this community, like the cigar culture, enjoy cigars, this is an event you definitely want to try to participate, whether it's live or virtual. Check it out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Very nice. All right,
Fantastic.
folks.
All right,
You-
guys. We will see you guys on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe and make sure you smoke some great cigars.
Yeah, have a good one.